Fall Forward, Spring Back, written by Colin Morgler, illustrated by Nicola Jackson. Focus question: what does Nola learn about daylight? First Friday in November, daylight saving time ended on Sunday. For parade was Sunday too. Remember to set your clocks back on hours on Saturday night, says Nola teachers. Spring forward, fall back, he added. What's the daylight saving time? DST. Many countries use some kinds of daylight saving program in order to save electricity. In the United States, people in these ST stay spring forward in March. That means they set their clocks forward an hour. As a result, the sun rises an hour later and sets an hour later. It's November, the temperature the opposite fall back, and the sun is earlier. Nola didn't pay much attention. She was a way late for everything anyway. She figured she away would be. At dinner, she asked her mom if they could go to the parade. I won't be here on Sunday, but I bet Paolo could take you, Mom said. Nola looked at Paolo, her sleeves Beef's big brother. He nodded and yawned. Saturday morning, their mom drove to the airport. Saturday night, Nola flew back for teachers to her teachers were spring forward, fall back, or words fall forward, spring back. Fall forward sound better, so she set her clock forward an hour, just like what it was past her bedtime. She was late again. Time's not my friend, Nola sighed. The next morning, when Nola's work, her clock says 10:15. The parade began at 10 o'clock. Nola and Pablo ran to the parade route. If there were no parade, it seemed they missed the worst things. They turned and headed home. On their way back, they spotted their neighbor Frank. He was climbing around next to an 8-foot pumpkin float. The early birds get warm, he shouted, then asked for their help. They worked on his float for more than an hour. Then Frank clapped his hands. Let's get to the parade, he cried. Nola and Pablo blind and confused. Wait a minute, Nola said. Was the parade at 10 o'clock today? She asked. Was it 10? Frank asked. Will be at 10 more like it, he cried. He raised his watch towards them. It says 9:30. Nola laughed for joy. She had jumped forward an hour when everybody else had jumped back. That means she and Pablo were now 2 hours ahead for everybody else. For once in their lives, they were early. The early birds get worms, Nola cried. Frank nodded. You got it, Missy, he said. Pablo yawned. It was a big mistake, but it turned out to be a great mistake. It's why they rode in the parade that year and every year sign. It's also wise from that day on. Nola has been early for everything. 2 minutes early, rules not 2 hours. Glossary confuses a state in which one's in unclear or uncertain about something. Daylight saving time, a period of year between spring and fall when clocks are set 1 hour ahead. Float, a moving vehicle decorated for use in a parade. Parades, a line of people or vehicles moving forward the regular pace or points of celebration or commemoration. Road, a way or direction from one place to another. Growth, to quickly approach with force. Connection, writing and art. How does a parade spring forward, fall back? Had you better and stare at daylight save time? Draw the picture and write about it. Math, practice telling time on an analog clock. Tell time to the hour, half hour, and quarter hour. This curve with a partner with each hand responsive when telling time.